跟那个 limitation。那么 limitation 就是说second clients connected with same server，就是同样的一个 IP 地址，那么它就是说代表的是一个不同的 port， 一个是1500，一个是1501。那么他们就是说来connect 到这两个地方，然后就是 listen sock。那么 maximum size of IP datagram 是这个东西，那么它是包括这个 IP 地址的头，的 maximum size of IP 是这么多，有可能40 byte of cadre。那么MTU is the maximum transmission unit that a network can support. For networks that use Ethernet as 9, the MTU has to be smaller than or equal to 这么多。The smallest MTU for IPv4 is 68, and the smallest MTU on IPv6 is 576。那么 path MTU is the smallest on the path between two hosts。那我们就查一下比如说我们这个东西要查的是path MTU， 看看这个是什么。Path MTU discovery is a standardized technique in computer networking for determining the maximum transmission. So, in computer networking, the maximum transmission unit is the size of the largest protocol data unit that can be communicated in a small single network transaction. The MTU relates to, but is not identical to the maximum frame size that can be transported on the data link layer. Larger MTU is associated with reduced overhead. Smaller MTU value can reduce network delay. In many cases, MTU is dependent on underlying network capacity and must be adjusted manually or automatically so as to not exceed this capacity. MTU parameters may appear associated with the communication interface or standard. Some systems may decide MTU at connect time. MTU apply to communications in the size of an IP diagram is larger than the path MTU will perform fragmentation， 就是说，如果那个包比那个 path MTU 大，那么就要做 fragmentation。The DT bit don't fragment bit allows the IPv4 to specify that an IPv4 datagram should not be fragmented anywhere. The don't fragment bit allows IPv4 to specify that it should not be fragmented anywhere, either by the generating host or even it cannot be delivered due to its size larger than the pattern. Then in-country IPv router will generate an IP. 它意思就是说，如果你没办法传输，它就会说，那个碰到那个路由器就会发出这样的一个信息，就是说，终点达不到，而且我们是需要把它做碎片化，但是你又把它设成了不能做碎片化。 那么 IPv6就是已经默认就是说不能碎片化。那么4跟6都 define minimum reasonably buffer size。我们看看这是什么意思啊？最小重组缓冲区大小。它这个是最小重组缓冲区大小。那么对于 IP46是这么多。It means that we have no idea whether a given destination can accept这是它的一个 limitation。那么我们继续往下走，就是TCP output. What would happen when an application write data to TCP socket? ，What would happen when an application writes data to a TCP socket? 就说我们看一下，就是 What would happen when an application write data to a TCP socket? 那么这个是 steps and buffer involved when application writing socket. TCP IP application buffer， 然后那么它的写入，那么写入之后就去了 kernel， 那么 kernel 就是socket send buffer。就是这么来写下来，就是通过一个从上到小的来写上。那么46是什么意思？找不到了，我不知道。好，我们来继续看，就是 我们这里看这个 send buffer. Send buffer is associated with every TCP socket. The buffer size can be changed by using socket send buffer 这个东西。One application is called write. The kernel copies all the data from the application's buffer into the socket send buffer. If the socket send buffer does not have sufficient free rooms, the application will be put into the sleep. The write will not return until the last byte in the application buffer is copied to the TCP takes the data in the socket send buffer and send it to the peer's TCP. TCP must keep the data until it is acknowledged by the peer. This is TCP the output. IP will append its own header and performs routing and passes the IP diagram to the IP will perform fragmentation if necessary, but the use of path MTU can reduce the need of这是什么意思？我们查一下。For UDP, 它是不存在一个 socket send buffer. The reason is that UDP is unreliable since there's no need to buffer UDP datagram to keep state. An UDP socket does have a send buffer size parameter, but that value is simply the maximum size of simply means that can be written to socket. Okay.